Orange County Registered Digital.
Hello and welcome to the OCVarsity Gridiron Extra right here at Edison High School in Huntington Beach. I'm your host, Jonathan Khamis, being joined by Steve Fryer and Dan Albano, and it's that time of year again, guys, that time of year where Edison tests their mettle. They're going to take on Servite this week, and next week, a team you guys may have heard of, the #1 team in the county, Mater Dei. Steve, we were just talking about this off camera, how great it is for Edison to really test themselves, and we've talked to Dave White in the past about, hey, why do you do this? Why do you think he does this?
Well, it's a great challenge, and it gives your guys, the opportunity to see how they do measure up against the very best and see what you need to do, what you need to get better at before you go into league. Really, it's all about league. These games are an awful lot of fun, and you don't get better by playing teams you know you're going to beat 53-0. I know I can beat the little kid across the street in basketball by 80 points. What's that prove? It doesn't prove anything. So Edison's taken on this great challenge of playing Servite and Mater Dei back-to-back, which they've done for so many years. I respect the heck out of that, because there are so many teams out there. I talk to coaches about, well, why don't you play so-and-so or so-and-so? Oh, they won't, I call them, they don't want to play us. That is bogus, because Mater Dei and Servite are looking for county guys to play. And I'm really grateful and a lot of credit to Dave White and Edison for stepping forward and saying, yeah, we'll take that challenge on.
By the way, I talked to that kid you played basketball against, and he said you cheated. That's for another day. Dan Albano, what do you think of this matchup?
Well, I think Servite's the favorite. I think I think they've improved since they opened the season against Bishop Gorman. Travis Waller's big X factor. I think that I think he's give Dave White and Edison a lot to think about on defense. Edison's coming off the bye. They're 3-0, but their combined opponents so far I think are about 2-8. Servite's been playing a tougher competition so far, and Edison's going to be playing it now. But I think Servite's the favorite, and Edison's going to have to play almost a perfect game, no turnovers, and they're going to have to try to keep Travis off the field.
All right, that's what these guys think. Let's go ahead and check out what the Chargers and Edison head coach Dave White has to say.
Well, we're excited. They're obviously. Servite and Mater Dei are playing really well this year, and that's our next two. So we realize that the ante's going way up. We've played, a couple of teams that weren't real good. We've gotten better every week, but we're going to have to get about 10 times better to compete with Servite.
Servite and Mater Dei are two great programs. I mean, they have been for so long. But I think it makes us better as a team, and I think it brings us together as a family, and I think it makes everyone better.
Our thanks to the Chargers staff. Steve, you talked about this game in general. What can we actually look out for on the field Friday night?
Well, Edison's going to have to play perfect football. We talked about turnovers earlier. Edison's going to need to get some turnovers that give them really good field position and capitalize on those. They also got to play assignment football. If somebody's got a lane, to make sure Travis Waller doesn't run crazy. You got to make sure you know where Tate Beachley is and all the receivers and all that stuff. So it's really about playing assignment football and playing very smart. Now, just over the weekend, I was down in San Diego, and I saw the San Diego Chargers pull off a big upset against Seattle. Maybe we'll see these Edison Chargers pull off the same sort of upset this week.
Go Chargers, go! Dan Albano, some players to look out for.
A couple guys. I mean, you're talking a lot about Travis Waller. Edison has their own really good dual threat quarterback as well in Matt Gane. Jacob Marines is running the ball well. The guy I like, the top guy I like on this Edison team, Manasi Time. He can play both ways. He's got a lot of speed. Maybe he can pressure Waller, and maybe he's a guy that they spy with Waller at linebacker as well. So if Edison had a few more Manasi teammates, that would probably help him a lot. But they got what they got, and but those are a couple of the top players for Edison.
Regardless of the outcome, guys, it's always a competitive game whenever Edison plays Servite or Mater Dei. I'm your host, Jonathan Khamis. Thanks to Steve Fryer. Thanks to Dan Albano. And for all your latest OC high school football information, check out OCVarsity.com, where we've got you covered.
Orange County Register. We are here in the service of Orange County.